Christina Ricci, born February 12, 1980, is an American actress, who began her acting career appearing in commercials and received early recognition as a child star. Her debut performance in Mermaids, 1990, was followed by a breakthrough role as Wednesday Addams in The Addams Family, 1991, and its sequel Addams Family Values, 1993, when she was 11 and 13 years old, respectively. Following her success with the Addams Family films, she earned somewhat of a teen icon status thanks to appearances in various big-budget productions, notably Now and Then, 1995, and Casper, 1995, which were marketed for younger audiences before making a successful transition into adult-oriented roles with the art house drama The Ice Storm, 1997. At the age of 17, Ricci continued acting in small-scale independent films such as Buffalo, 66, 1998, and The Opposite of Sex, 1998, for which she received a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress. She made a departure from independent cinema with Tim Burton's big-budget gothic horror Sleepy Hollow, 1999, and later received praise for her performance in the drama Monster, 2003, portraying the girlfriend of a notorious female serial killer. Although she has developed a reputation for being a prominent independent film actress, Ricci has appeared in many box office hits. To date, the films in which she has starred in have amassed a gross in excess of $743 million. Ricci has also acted in various television productions. In 2006, she was nominated for an Emmy Award for her role as a paramedic in the ABC drama Grey's Anatomy. In 2011-12, she starred in the short-lived television series Panama as stewardess Maggie Ryan. In 2014, she starred in the Lifetime production Lizzie Borden Took an Axe as the titular role, marking a return to the darker roles she had generated attention for earlier in her career. In 2015, she reprised the role in the limited series The Lizzie Borden Chronicles, chronicling the aftermath of the events that took place in the biopic. Aside from her acting career, Ricci married Dolly Grip James Heerdagen in October 2013 and gave birth to a son in August 2014. She is also the national spokesperson for the Rape, Abuse and Incest National Network, RAINN. Early life. Ricci was born in Santa Monica, California, the fourth and youngest child of Sarah Murdoch, a real estate agent, and Ralph Ricci, a lawyer and a group therapist. Regarding her ancestry, Ricci has stated, "The Italian blood has been bred out of me. There's an Italian 4 or 5 generations back who married an Irish woman and they had all sons. So they married more Irish women, there were more sons, and more Irish women. Now I'm basically Scots-Irish." The family moved to Montclair, New Jersey, where she grew up attending Edgemont Elementary School, Glenfield Middle School, and Montclair High School, as well as the Morristown Beard School. After 1 year, she left the high school for the Professional Children's School in New York City. Her siblings are Raphael, born 1971, Dante, born 1974, and Pia, born 1976. Ricci's parents separated in 1993, when she was 13, and she has not spoken to her father since. Career. Early work. A critic for the Bergen Record discovered Ricci at age 8 in a school play, The 12 Days of Christmas, at Edgemont School in Montclair, New Jersey. Another child was originally cast in the role, but Ricci got him to hit her and told on him. He lost the role to her as part of his punishment. Ricci's career began when she was 7 years old, and appeared in a couple of parody commercials in the late-night sketch variety show Saturday Night Live. The first of these featured Ricci as a child at a birthday party in which medical waste fell out of a burst piñata, parodying the then topical dumping of medical waste in the rivers of the United States East Coast. Ricci got her AFTRA card for that work. Ricci's big screen debut was in 1990's Mermaids as Cher's character's younger daughter. She also appears in the music video of the film's soundtrack The Shoop Shoop Song. The following year, she starred as the morbidly precocious Wednesday Addams in the feature film adaptation of The Addams Family. She reprised the role for the film's 1993 sequel, Addams Family Values. Both films were commercially successful, and critics singled out Ricci's performance as being one of the highlights of the first film and its sequel. Her next project, the live-action adaptation of Casper, was her first in a lead role. The feature received mixed critical reviews, but it was a success at the box office, being the year's 8th highest-grossing film. Then Ricci played the younger version of Rosie O'Donnell in the film Now and Then. Now and Then was another box office success, and received favorable comparisons to Stand By Me, being called the female version of the film. She also starred in a handful of other films with teenage roles such as Gold Diggers, The Secret of Bear Mountain and That Darn Cat. In 1997, Ricci Richie began to appear in more adult roles, beginning with her role as the troubled, sexually curious Wendy Hood in Ang Lee's critically acclaimed The Ice Storm. Adult roles. Richie subsequently appeared in films like the independent hit Buffalo, 66, in which she played Vincent Gallo's unwitting abductee-turned-girlfriend, John Waters Pecker, and Don Roos the opposite of sex, as the acid-tongued, manipulative Deed. For her performance as Deed, Richie won acclaim and was nominated for a Golden Globe, although she missed out on an Academy Award nomination. Entertainment Weekly honored her well-received performance as one of the worst Oscar snubs ever. Later films included Sleepy Hollow, alongside Johnny Depp, and Prozac Nation. She then starred opposite Charlize Theron in the film Monster. During Theron's acceptance speech at the Golden Globes, she acknowledged Richie, calling her the unsung hero of the film. Richie made a cameo appearance on Beck's successful album Guero, providing vocals on Hell Yes. On December 4, 1999, she appeared as the guest host on Saturday Night Live. She performed parodies of Britney Spears and the Olsen twins. During one of her skits, she accidentally punched actress Anna Gasteyer in the face. In February 2006, Richie made a guest appearance as a paramedic in the ABC drama Grey's Anatomy, for which she was nominated for an Emmy Award. She was a guest star for 7 episodes in the last season of Ally McBeal in 2002 as Debbie Liza Bump, a lawyer who works at Cajun Fish and marries Richard Fish in the last episode. In 2006, Richie stated that she feels that at 5 feet 1 in, 155 centimeters, she is too short to ever be an A-list actress, saying she tends to look really small on camera. She has also said that she believes that she does not have much control over her career, specifying that she still has to audition for film parts. Her 2007 film, Black Snake Moan, received mixed reviews, with Rotten Tomatoes tallying an overall score of 66%. On the television program Ebert and Roper, filmmaker Kevin Smith, filling in for Roger Ebert, described the film as the best of the year thus far and called it Ricci's best performance. Richard Roper also gave the film a thumb-up rating. The film earned $4 million, putting it in 8th place for the highest earnings in its opening weekend. For her role in Black Snake Moan, Richie was required to lose several pounds and wore a 40 pounds, 18 kilograms, chain during filming. In 2006, Richie starred in Penelope, A Modern Fairy Tale, and in 2008 she played the female lead in the Wachowskis' feature film adaptation of Speed Racer. She also signed on for 3 episodes of TNT's crime drama Saving Grace during its 2nd season. Richie played a young detective who temporarily partners with Grace, played by Holly Hunter. Richie appeared with Liam Neeson and Justin Long in the psychological thriller After Life, which had a limited release on April 9, 2010. She made her Broadway debut as Mandy in Time Stands Still, resuming performances on September 23, 2010 at the Court Theatre, alongside original cast members Laura Linney, Brian Darcy James and Eric Bogosian. She replaced Alicia Silverstone, who played the role of Mandy in its Manhattan Theatre Club engagement. In September 2011, Richie began a starring role in the ABC television series Pan Am, set in the 1960s. She returned to the stage in April 2012, playing Hermia in an off-Broadway revival of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. In 2012, Richie flew to Sydney to begin work on an Australian film called Around the Block. In January 2014, she starred in the title role of the Lifetime original movie Lizzie Borden Took an Axe, in which she portrayed the infamous Lizzie Borden, who was accused, tried, and ultimately acquitted of the murder of both her father and stepmother in the summer of 1892. A year later, she reprised the character in a limited series The Lizzie Borden Chronicles, also on Lifetime. Personal life. It's such a different world than it was when I was coming of age. I don't know how these young people keep it together with all the demands on them with social media and the internet. I had normal growing pains and issues, and it was difficult but not disastrous. But I feel like if I was trying to do that in this environment, the way that society is now, I would probably be a total disaster. Richie, on the pressures of today's youth growing up in the media spotlight. Richie began dating actor Owen Benjamin in 2008 after they met on the set of their film All's Fair in Love. They became engaged in March 2009, but ended the engagement in June 2009. In February 2013, Richie announced her engagement to Dolly Grip James Heertigen, whom she met while working on Pan Am in 2012. They married on October 26, 2013 in Manhattan. The couple have one son, Freddie, born in 2014. After making the top of PETA's worst dressed list and receiving a letter from the animal rights group, Richie decided to give up wearing fur. Richie is listed in several art publications as one of Los Angeles artist Mark Ryden's muses. Richie's image has appeared in over 10 of his oil paintings and numerous sketches. Richie has tattoos of a lion on her right shoulder blade, a reference to The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, a favorite novel of hers as a youngster, an Edward Gorey figure on the inside of her right wrist, Praying hands on her left hip. This tattoo was originally a bat, the name Jack on her right thigh for a dead pet, a sparrow on her right breast, and a mermaid on her left ankle. She also had the words move or bleed on the left side of her rib cage as well as a bouquet of sweet pea on her lower back. Ricci is the national spokesperson for the Rape, Abuse and Incest National Network, RAIN, filmography, film, television, other works, music videos. 1990, The Shoop Shoop Song, It's in His Kiss, Cher. 1991, Adam's Groove, MC Hammer. 1993, Addams Family, Womb, Tag Team. 2000, Natural Blues, Moby. Video games. 2008, The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon as Cinder. 2008, Speed Racer, the video game as Trixie. Audiobook, Gossip Girl, narrator. Gossip Girl You Know You Love Me, narrator. Awards and nominations.